Shut up! Shut up! Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ghouls. Welcome to the October the 25th edition of the Free Thought Forum. Shut up! Well, as you may have guessed, I am not your usual host. The usual host is... Ta-da! I have risen. Greetings, everyone. This is our Halloween show. I don't know how Halloweeny it's going to be, but tonight I would like to introduce our guest host here, George Zerba, who also just happens to be president of Pennsylvania Nonbelievers, I think the last time that I checked.
Just happened to still
yes,
be, yeah.
Yes, so we welcome you all to this festive occasion. Hope that you will stay tuned in. We'll try to keep it, you know, on the light side. Skeletons, I'll tell you, old Uric here will not shut up.
Well, he better shut up.
Yes, I know.
We got stuff to say.
Where are your jibes now? I knew thee well. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes.
Go ahead. Well, so anyway, we have to say at this time that the employees, the owners of WRCT, Channel 16, White Rose Television, Comcast, and all of its subsidiaries do not necessarily endorse anything that we say or do on this program, that the opinions expressed are solely those of the people that are speaking, namely George and myself and anyone who might happen to call in. So if you have any complaints, speak to the hand, okay?
So don't blame White Rose Television.
Yeah, don't blame White Rose
Community Television for this.
Yeah, because
blame us.
This is a public access television station, which means that we have a variety of entertainment on from all different venues. We have religious people on. We have a wrestling program. You name it. Under the auspices of free speech and WRCT, they give everyone an equal opportunity to say their piece and try to entertain you as much as we can or as little as we can. You know, either way.
Well,
so
we hope it's a lot. But
we hope it's a lot. Yes, but
call
you know,
in.
it's tough to tell if people don't call in. You know, and they just sit there. Well, okay, I guess I'll watch the TV. Well, it's a lot more enjoyable if you call in and be part of the conversation. I mean, we're not going to blast your name across the screen. Hey, it's Joe Smith calling from York. I mean, you're totally anonymous.
If they don't give us their name, we don't know.
Yeah.
So we won't. So we won't out you.
If you like to call in, the number is on the screen. In the front of the thing, it is an asterisk, okay, before the 82. The asterisk is the lower left-hand button on your keypad, and you should push that first.
Just dial the number. That's easy.
Just dial thing. But
that was in the old days.
Yeah. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, if you want to yell at us, call up and yell at us. If you want to argue, you can call up and argue. Atheists love to argue.
Yeah.
If we can't find Christians to argue with, we argue among ourselves. So we love arguing.
Yeah, I mean, we actually employ referees, okay, during our meetings to sometimes keep us apart. You know, at least 3 feet apart. When you discuss, I mean, argue. When we're discussing anything.
You call it discuss, argue. It's the same thing.
But there's always something that can be said about something.
Oh yeah, and we say it.
Yeah, that's it. Yes, I mean.
So what do you have to say about Halloween? What do you think of Halloween?
You know, I should have been prepared for that question.
Oh, okay.
You know,
yeah,
but
we didn't rehearse this at all. You can
no,
tell.
this was a last minute sort of a thing, and I am substituting for Dr. Jekyll, who was planned to be on the show, and I just happened to drop by the studio, and they pulled me in. Actually, I think that Halloween is a fun holiday for the kids.
Yes.
Like that.
Like most holidays are.
Yeah. I mean, if you've seen any like Halloween parade that you know I've walked in or anyone else has, the kids, for crying out loud, I mean, there's thousands of them, and what have they got on their mind? Candy.
Getting candy, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, if you're marching along, I marched in one as a zombie, and it was kind of fun to do it. And the people right in front of us were just a farmer, and he was pulling some tractors, and he must have bought 50 pounds of candy and Tootsie Rolls and popsicles, and you know, they're throwing all this candy out, and then we, you know, advanced about 10 foot, and this kid came up and he had his basket open and said, "Where's the candy?" I said, "You just got your candy." He says, "Where's your candy?" I said, "Our candy machine broke." "Well, why?" And then, what an obnoxious little kid here. I mean, you know, he had a gigantic bag of candy from everyone else in the parade.
He wanted more.
But he wanted more, yes. Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's a great thing for the kids. However, it you know, it doesn't necessarily have great religious roots to it, and I believe that you had some comments on that.
Yeah, it was. I understand it was a response to a pagan holiday in Ireland. Samhain it's called, spelled quite differently, which was basically. And let's see my notes here. I'll have to cheat here. It was the end of a season. Most of the holidays were end of season, and this was the end of the growing season, getting ready for the winter. And when Christianity came about, they didn't want this pagan ritual being celebrated by people, so they had to invent something else. Much like they did with Christmas, which you understand is the birth of Jesus Christ. But most historians, people who know this, say that actually, if Jesus Christ was born, it was probably in the spring.
Yeah.
Because looking at the stars. But
April or May, and
that didn't coordinate with the holiday, like the pagan holiday around the solstice. So they changed it, and you know, they did that to dissuade people from being pagans, I guess, and go to Christianity.
Could I just jump in?
Yeah.
Would you mind just centering that camera? No, I think it's the other one right there. So we're sort of both in the same. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Oh well, the spider won't be offended.
The spider can fend for itself. Yeah. Oh, you see a nice little spider here. He crawled in.
It's not WRCT doesn't have spiders around the building. Let's not deceive people to think that they have unclean buildings. You know? We don't want that. Okay.
Well, actually, spiders do help clean up and eat any other flying insects.
I think most people would be offended by spiders in the building. Yeah.
Oh, you think the station manager might be offended if I said this was part of the studio? Okay, I guess we'll keep that.
That's a little more than a spider, isn't it?
Yes, that's bigger than a tarantula.
Yeah. But getting back to that, they wanted to co-opt this holiday, so they invented this. And understand many Christians today still are offended by it because one of the things about Samhain was that this was the end of the growing season, and also a time of rebirth in life. And they believe that people who were dead, their spirits came back and walked among them. So that's where you got this stuff about the ghosts and the ghouls and all. And some Christians are still offended by that and don't let their kids go trick-or-treating and don't let them participate. But, you know, I think much the same as Christmas and Halloween, for kids, they're just holidays. They don't have any religious any other overtones. It's just a holiday. I get gifts or I get candy or whatever. So I don't think kids are thinking about that at all. It's just a fun thing to do, dress up. And one of the reasons that people would dress up in Samhain in the costumes was to please the spirits and to keep the evil spirits away by dressing. So it didn't make sense to me, but you know, it did to them, I guess.
Well, I mean,
so that's where we get that from.
Holidays like Thanksgiving, unless the parents have specifically, you know, tried to hammer in their head, you know, this is has religious significance. They're not going to think about it having any religious significance any more than really kids would think about Christmas as being the you know the birth of Jesus Christ. I'll just say Jesus because you know we don't believe he was Christ if he existed at all. But yes, parents will sort of try to indoctrinate the kids into believing what they believe or what they would like to believe, and
well, we now know that Halloween, I mean, Thanksgiving, but we all know now that's for watching football. That's the, you know, you watch, especially this year, the Packers and the Lions. That should be a good game. The Lions have improved quite a bit this year, so, and of course my Packers we hope will prevail. But we're off the subject of the.
But he's not. But he doesn't really like football at all, you know. But he's just saying that to try and promote the football enthusiast to call in.
Well, you know, I am a stockholder of the Green Bay Packers.
Oh, is
so
that
I'm a
right?
part owner of that team. So
yeah.
As a part owner of the team, I think
you want to see them win.
I want to see them. Yes, and so far 7-0.
How very businesslike of you.
Yes.
So, you know, they should hire you as a CEO.
Well, they've
or at
already
least
got
a CFO.
Chief Fuddy Officer. But we got off track there. Anyway,
yeah, but that's okay. We're allowed.
Most holidays are celebrated just as a day off of work and so on, and most people don't really. I mean, Memorial Day, Labor Day, do people really sit around and contemplate soldiers, what they've done on Memorial Day? No,
not hardly, especially if they're atheist soldiers.
Yeah, they don't like them at all. But you know, most holidays it's just a day off of work and a day to celebrate. Maybe get Christmas, you get gifts, and Halloween, you get candy, and Thanksgiving, you eat turkey and watch football. So that's the holidays. Most of it have been kind of co-opted by modern society to just to just be like say fun things.
Well, it's either fun or financial.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of financial.
And I mean, let's face it, there's nothing more financial than Christmas.
Yeah.
So I think the Christians promote this too. I mean, they if they wanted to, they could promote. Well, we don't really give presents. Maybe if you're a good boy, we'll give you some frankincense and myrrh. But they don't. They fall right into a trap. They go on out to Toys R Us and spend thousands of dollars that they cannot afford.
In many cases, yes.
Yeah.
That's why so many families are in debt. Well, it's one of the reasons. They're spending money they don't have and can't afford. And they've, you're right. They've taught children that that's what it's all about. If you really love your children, you buy them a lot of gifts at Christmas, right? If you don't, well, then you're a bad parent.
Yeah.
So, and we have drives to get kids toys. So it's now it's important for kids to get toys to be at Christmas.
Well, it's a status symbol.
Yeah. Well. And for some poor children, we have groups like Toys for Tots, that collects toys, which we'll be doing at work, and gives them to kids because you don't want kids to feel slighted, and you would.
Yeah, well, they feel like they're a second-hand citizen. All their friends You know, we've got the best. They've got the Nike
Nice.
shoes. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, that was a product placement.
Oh, yeah,
but
we don't want that. Yeah. Oh, look at the leaves across.
Yeah.
Boy, the wind. It's windy out today,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But the parents could bring it all back into you know, yeah, I mean, where it's things are sensible, where you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. But then again, there's a lot of parents out there who feel they must prove to their children, you know, how much that they love them.
Yeah.
Or they'll even prove how much Santa Claus
Yes.
loves them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is for Santa Claus. And when I was a kid, what I got was I basically got one little present from Santa Claus,
Okay.
like that, and the rest I knew were for my parents.
Okay.
But in all the time that I got Christmas presents, you know, I never got one single present from Jesus, but I got a ton of gifts from Santa Claus.
Well, he's got more money, I guess, than Jesus. I guess.
Yeah,
Jesus ran out of dough.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if that is that a phone
Oh, we
call for
might
us?
have a call coming in, but until then, well, I guess they didn't want to talk to us.
Nope.
They
Oh.
probably just wanted to yell at the call taker there. Our bank of call takers that are waiting for your calls.
Yeah.
Wanted to know how old you were.
Somebody wanted to know how old I was. Well, soon to be 62 in retirement age. So that's,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And 70, and in a couple of days, 71. Boy, and healthy as can be. Oh, my shoulders, my knees, my hips. Oh.
Well, you're still kicking, so that's...
Yeah. Well, at least I know I've got parts because they ache all the time.
Yeah. But like I said, the holidays, boy, they have pretty much all been, they're not what, you know, like
What they
President's
used to be.
Day. We don't sit around thinking about the presidents, do we? Nowadays, if you think about the
Well,
presidents,
yeah,
probably
they
think
do
negative things.
now. They figure out
Yeah.
ways to get rid of
Yeah.
Obama. But who the heck would have really done any better, considering the mess that
Yes, he inherited,
you know he was left with, and you know the president doesn't do everything. The
No.
president doesn't get you out of trouble. He doesn't go and pound on companies' doors and say you better hire some people.
Yeah.
You know, it's the other people in the government.
Well, you know, every president, at least in my lifetime, it seems, runs for office and says, I'm going to change Washington.
Yeah.
And none of them do.
No.
It's too entrenched. It's too, there's too many people there who are entrenched in their positions. They're in elected officials who are in safe districts that know that no matter what they do, they'll get elected because they're either a Democrat or a Republican.
Yeah.
And so you're not going to change them overnight. So that's not going to happen. Now, since we Pennsylvania Nonbelievers are a 501c3, we can't endorse candidates, but we can talk about politics.
Yeah.
We can talk about things that are going on, and we should, especially the religious aspect. It seems like
especially
Republicans want to all out religion the other guy. You know,
Mhm.
we're God's chosen people, and we're against abortion. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, then you have a certain Republican candidate who has taken the most ridiculous position I think you could possibly take. That is, he thinks abortion should not be legal, but the government shouldn't do anything about it. So if something is illegal, why wouldn't the government punish people doing something illegal? Of course, I'm talking about Herman Cain. I don't understand quite how you can say something is not legal, but we won't do anything if you
Yeah, actually, I think that Clinton had the right idea there, that it should be legal, available, but safe, and rare,
Yes.
like that. Which
well, that's the ironic thing, is that many of the people who are against abortion or are anti-choice are also anti-birth control. And if people had access to birth control, there wouldn't be unwanted pregnancies.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, look how really the Catholic Church, who was the leading candidate for no birth control for thousands of years, really. So when you want to increase your numbers, well, it's easy to say, well, oh, it's taking a life like that. Well, no, there is no life yet.
It's the beginning of possible. It's potential.
Possible, a potential.
But you notice that the Catholic Church is against, not only against abortion, they're against birth control.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now when I was growing up, since I'm 61, as we pointed out on the show, Catholic families in our neighborhood, they were 8, 9, 10 kids. They had a bunch of kids.
Oh, yeah.
Now you see very few Catholic families with more than 2 or 3. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Something is happening that they're not having these children, left and right. So I think many Catholics are ignoring the prohibition against birth control.
They are not practicing the rhythm.
No, they're not. Either that, they don't have much rhythm. I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, isn't that true? I mean, it's fun to look at statistics, and you really can see how not only the world has changed, but your neighborhood has changed, your town, your state, just by looking at statistics like that. And I mean, even the number of churchgoers, gets less and less each year, and the churches are, getting sort of desperate for money.
Yeah, well, they always want money.
Yeah, and they always want it. I mean, the Catholic Church really needs money more than anything else. They need money to help the priests that are accused of things, to pay for them to move to another diocese, to get a great big...
they've always needed money. As a matter of fact, I had a friend back in, when I grew up in Milwaukee on the south side. Herbie used to tell us, he was a Catholic, he said, I got a church and the priest is up there, we need money, we need to give more money, we need to make contributions. And then during the announcements, well, we're receiving our new marble steps from Italy are coming in next week.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, but you still need money. Huh? It's a funny thing, when you talk about birth control, a lot of people, I've heard a lot of Christians say, well, keep having children, God will provide. Well, why isn't he providing for the church then? If they need the money, why doesn't he provide it? Why doesn't he shell out some bucks for them? And I don't know how he's providing for these children who are living, especially in third world countries, or living in hovels and places like Africa where they're dying. Where the odds are of a child dying before age 5? It's tremendous.
Yeah, I mean, you see some of the photos that are out there. Now, I do think that a lot of the photos that you see are really, they're not typical. But it's easy to show a picture of this gaunt-faced child, with a bloated belly, and oh God, I must be starving. But I think they seek out these children.
Yeah, but there are enough of them
to make money.
But there's something going on over there, especially in, in third world countries.
Yeah, but that also is where they're against birth control.
Yes, because they've been brainwashed by the church. So you can't.
Yeah.
This is wrong. God wants you to keep having children. They're a blessing from God.
Yeah.
Well, God should pay for them then.
Yeah. Even the spread of AIDS.
Yes.
They say, oh no, you because that's a form of birth control. Mm-hmm. And I think now I guess that Africa has got the highest rate of AIDS of any country.
They've had for some time.
Yeah.
And we don't. We have some of our government programs have prohibitions against issuing condoms to people. That would stop the AIDS, put a big dent in AIDS. But we're opposed to that because that's birth control. Well, that doesn't seem to make much sense to me, but...
Well, I mean, you know, what do you want to use it for, you know, mostly? Do you want to use it for birth control? Or do you just don't want to catch AIDS and die like that? Well, if you don't want to catch AIDS and die, yes! But you could be killing an otherwise potential life like that. And if you die of AIDS, tough! Just, you know, don't avoid another child coming into this world also with AIDS.
Yeah, that'll have AIDS. Yeah, that's a lot of babies are born with it. You know, the sad fact in Africa that especially there, it's growing.
Well,
we've got enough problems in the world.
Don't forget, everyone. This is a live. Well, it's supposed to be live. Call-in show. You will see that the number is on your screen there. It is star 82 717 846 5067. Call or die.
If you want to know how old we are, we've already told you that. If you want anything else, if you'd like to guess our weight or something, you can do that.
Yeah.
You have any other questions like that?
Call in and let us know, because right now we're starting to run out of things to say, and we're dying here. You know, we need your help to lay us out. Okay, I mean, you want us to die alone? Do you know what a terrible
there might be a lot of
is?
people that would hope for that. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they won't call.
Yeah, you know, I remember a couple of years ago that a guy calling in and wishing that we would die. Yeah.
Not very Christian of them, is it? I don't think they're supposed to do that, are they?
Yeah, no.
I don't think that's...
And, I always love it when people condemn us to hell.
Yeah.
You know, it says, well, you're going to hell. Not that God is probably going to judge you and send you to hell, but they come out, you know, point blank. You are going to hell. And if you believe in that thing, the little storybook there called the Bible, it says that if you judge, so shall ye be judged, which means that you're going to get to hell long before I am. But hey, I'll save a place by the fire for you when you get there, in case I go first.
Well, no, I understand. I've heard many Christians say that if you accept Jesus Christ, even if you do it at the last minute, you'll go to heaven. So it really doesn't matter what kind of life you've led. If you say, I accept Jesus Christ, and you believe it, you go to heaven. So we can always wait till the last minute.
Well, I hope I got plenty of time.
But it just baffled me that someone who's been an awful human being and done terrible things in his life could accept Jesus at the last minute and go to heaven, and somebody else who's led a perfectly good life, but he's not a Christian, because you have to accept Jesus Christ. So now if you're Jewish or you're Muslim or you're obviously atheist or agnostic, you don't. Even though you've led a great life and done wonderful things, you would go to hell.
Now, are they saying that you want to accept Jesus as Christ?
Yes.
Or you should accept Jesus Christ?
Well, they say you should accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. If you do that, you'll go to heaven.
Okay, but what you're doing then is that you are admitting that Jesus was Christ.
Yes. Well, yeah.
So, I'll talk about Jesus like that, but I certainly don't think he was Christ.
Well,
you know, if he existed.
I think there are some historical documents that prove that he did exist. There was a guy named
There were people, but I mean, Jesus was the same. Sort of had the same popularity as John does nowadays for a name.
John Lennon, you mean?
Yeah, John Lennon.
He was popular.
Or our gardener, Jesus.
Now, but there, nowadays, if people claim they are Jesus Christ, we put them in institutions and we don't let them out.
Yeah, and if they say that they hear God and God told them to do something like that, also put them into an institution.
Yeah, but the thing is, I know that, like, for instance, I think Andrea Yates, was that her name, the woman who killed her children down in Houston, and she claimed God told her to do it.
Yeah.
If you believe in God, how do you know God didn't tell her to do that?
Yeah.
How do you know that? can you be certain? Well, God wouldn't do that. Well, how do you know it? God works in mysterious ways, we hear. Whenever something happens that, you know, like Tony La Russa gets the wrong message in the bullpen, you know, that must have been God's doing because he works in mysterious ways. But, you know, we hear that, so maybe he's working in a mysterious way by telling her, kill your children. How do we know?
And who are we then to put her to death or to even condemn her?
Yeah, yeah.
Put her in jail. Excuse me, God told me to do this. As the door slams shut.
Yeah,
So what the heck was the difference between then and now? You know, since when did we take sort of the word of God out of the equation? I mean, it used to be an excuse to do everything. Okay.
There's someone waiting here to talk to us.
Okay.
Hello, caller. And this is the Free Thought Forum. Do you have a question or a comment?
Comment.
Okay. Go ahead.
Sure, go ahead. You have a comment for us?
Yes, your show is very great.
Thank you. Oh, by the way, there is a 7-second delay.
It's duty to improve, to change, or to improve.
Yes. Let me tell you something, sir. I forgot to mention it at the beginning of the show. This program is on a 7-second delay. So what you hear in your telephone, you won't hear on your television for 7 seconds later, and it'll drive you nuts trying to, you know, discern where you're hearing it from. So it's best to just turn down your TV.
I got you.
Right.
Yeah,
I can hear it in the background.
Yeah, I just want to tell you that you're doing good.
Thank you.
It's everybody's duty to change and improve.
Well, that's what we're trying to do. Change people and improve our conditions here by accepting reality. And
or at least ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, don't accept everything that you hear as the absolute truths. Say, well, you know, why is it the truth? And then who knows? I mean, you may come to exactly the same conclusion as someone who doesn't question it and takes it at first glance, but at least you have the pride in knowing that you did question it and you wound up coming up with the same answer.
And you have to look back and say, I wish I had a question there.
Yeah, I'm a bodybuilder myself, you know, a bodybuilder, why age but your age, you know, because sometimes our age, it helps to show us what we're all about too, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
See? Attraction for action.
Yeah.
You know?
You're in good shape then, huh?
Yeah, and then one guy there is that's 61 years of age,
That's me.
you know?
That's me.
Well, he, with his beard on him, he's very wise. Hair is wisdom.
Thank you. Well, I got it here, not up here, but I got it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing great, man. He looks great, man.
But he's not always wise. He's wise when his wife is not around. Okay. When his wife is around, well, okay, maybe he's not so wise.
Yeah, she's wise.
Yeah, she's
How long
wise.
was he married?
Yeah.
Been married.
You know that.
I've been married 39 years.
What about him?
Me? Doug, don't ask.
Oh, I've been happily divorced for a while. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I prefer to be married. I'd find the right woman and. But
you say you divorced now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's tough to find, you know, good-looking 70-year-old women hanging around a street corner. I'll tell you.
And how young you say you be?
How
young are you?
I'm 71.
Yeah, you don't show it. You look young.
Thank you very much, sir.
I mean it. Yeah.
Lots of aches and pains go behind that
Yeah.
look, though.
How can I meet you more? How can I meet you?
Well, you can show up the first Saturday of every month at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation on South George Street. We have a meeting from 10 in the morning to Unitarian Universalist Congregation on South George Street.
On South Georgia. They helped me from there.
That's down near where the hospital
Right.
is on South George Street, and
that on the right hand side, a big Jewish church.
No, it's not Jewish. It's a Unitarian.
yeah, it may look Jewish to you, but it definitely is a big church. It's on the left-hand side as you're going south.
If I come down to Colonial Shopping Center, do I go past that or what?
No, it's across the street from there.
Huh?
It's across the street from the Colonial Shopping Center.
Across the street from there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. 10 o'clock Saturday morning, the first Saturday every month.
Okay. Saturday morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's right. The
At
first
10
Saturday of the
o'clock.
month.
First
Saturday.
First Saturday.
Okay, I'm gonna try and catch up to you then.
Very good.
Good. We'll welcome you, sir.
Saturday morning.
Hey, and just when you come in, let us know that you're one of our callers, and we'll shake your hand and say welcome.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Hope to see you then in a couple
10
weeks.
o'clock, Saturday morning.
Okay.
Across from the Colonial Shopping Center.
Yep. We're in the carriage house behind the main chapel.
Yeah, when you go up to the front doors of the chapel, there will be some stairs, cement stairs, on your right-hand side. Go down those stairs, but I'll tell you, be very careful of if there's any leaves on there, because you will fall on your butt like I did a year ago.
Hold on a minute. Let me turn my TV down a little bit.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. Don't leave me.
Okay, I won't leave you.
Well, we're here. Well, we got to explain how to get in
Okay,
there.
now run that back to me again, and I turn my thing down.
Oh, I said what you do is, you go into the parking lot of the church, go head like you're going to head into the church, and as you get to their front door, if you look on your right-hand side, there are some like cement steps that go down, you say half a dozen steps,
About that, yeah.
and it's got like a little brick path that leads round the back of the building, and there's a very nice little building there. Yeah, it's got a ton of windows in the thing, and if you smell brimstone, then you're probably in the right place.
That's where we are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have meetings there the first Saturday every month, and we get together and talk about. Sometimes we have a program. Sometimes we just talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, we don't always talk about religion. We talk about, science or Halloween or the holidays. It's people automatically think that atheists always talk about atheist things and anti-religion things, but no, we'll talk about politics.
We're gonna have a very groovy conversation, man. Very groovy.
Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, man. I like to really meet you. I really do, man. 71 years of age, man. Gee whiz, man. I always spent my time around elderly people older than me. I call them pioneers, you know. Yeah. I've always looked to learn, man. You know.
Well, if you use the term groovy, you can't be too young, because that ain't a modern term, is it?
No, I remember using the word groovy.
Yeah, groovy. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, you can groove on down next Saturday. We'll be there.
It's what's called a bodybuilding description speech. You know.
Oh, okay. That's big in the bodybuilding,
man. Huh? Yeah.
Well, we'll look forward to seeing you.
Hey, I thank you for calling, and
okay, I'm gonna get to you Saturday morning around 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. First Saturday of the month.
first Saturday of the month, sir.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for calling. Have
Thank
a good
you.
night.
This Saturday.
No, not this next Saturday.
Not this Saturday. It is the first. You look on your calendar, and it's the first Saturday of the month. Can you tell me what?
I believe that would be
is the 5th.
the 5th.
Yeah,
Yes,
that'd be
November
the 5th of November.
We'll be there.
For November?
Yep.
5th of November is the next meeting, sir.
Okay.
I'll be wearing my T-shirt. My T-shirt is I had made up. It's a peacekeeper T-shirt. Peacekeeper.
Hey, we're in favor of that.
Good, yeah. We need more peacekeepers.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, I had a T-shirt made up of that, you know.
Yeah.
And plus, you might see me sometime too. See, I attend the county commissioner meetings and York City Council.
Oh.
Oh, so you are a participator.
On our next visit soon.
Yeah.
I want to speak in defense of our youth. I'm gonna be preaching to the industrial economy. You know, when our youth kind of get caught in a spider web out here, you know, and drugs and all, you know.
Yes, yeah, that's a problem.
Then you go and put an application to a job, you know. The question is, they ask you, were you ever arrested?
Yes.
You say yeah, or convicted. You say yeah. Then you got to explain to them why, you know.
Right. That's a drawback for many young
people. If you get a felony charge, a lot of business sources won't hire you because you got a felony on you know.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a problem. That's why you keep your nose clean. Tell kids, you know,
yeah, that's why we got to help
consequences.
them out, man, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Then they're forced to go into selling drugs then to get money.
Right.
Yeah.
You can't get a job, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it? Yeah.
If you got a long record and a great big arrest record, it's tough to get a job more than flipping hamburgers, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah.
So well, sir, I'm
you know. And remember, man, I have my T-shirt on me, Peacekeeper T-shirt.
We'll look for you.
It's yellow. It's yellow. I call it the sun glow color.
Well, we can't miss that.
Sun glow.
Yes, sir. Thank you for
My
calling.
name is Jamil.
Yep.
Okay. Jimmy, we'll look forward to meeting you.
And I'll see you on the 5th.
Okay.
Take care, my friend.
I give that you're over right across from the Corner Shopping Center.
That's
That's the one.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye now.
Okay.
Well, there are a lot of topics there.
Yeah.
Youth. You mentioned youth and criminal. Yeah, criminal records can hold you back from a lot of jobs, and that's why you're a young person. You might think you're kind of smart. You're doing something. You're getting away with something, but boy, you get caught, especially with drugs nowadays. You end up with a record. You really limit your employment.
Yeah.
And you affect the rest of your life. Actions have consequences, is what it boils down to.
Yeah.
So stay clean.
Here in York, as well as in Harrisburg and everything, there are various, interfaith groups, interfaith alliances, and I joined one of the interfaith groups, and we had priests, rabbis, sheiks, and of course I was the token atheist. But we weren't really talking so much about religion as what we could do to help the city of York. What programs could we try to undertake? And of course, high on the list is education of the young, like that. So if they're put in a position where they feel like they have to drop out of school, just because they drop out of school does not mean that's the end of the road. There are other things that are left for them. If you didn't get your high school diploma, then you can go and get your GED, which is like the equivalent. There's so much out there if you just know where to look.
Well, yeah, we'd like to see them all stay in school. That's preferable, and then get some training beyond that. And, not necessarily go to four-year college, but 2-year school and get maybe an
associate's degree,
with some training, skills and sort of the trades. Because I understand that with the high unemployment we have, a lot of people are saying, look, there are still a lot of jobs going wanting because people don't have the skills to do these jobs.
Exactly.
We got to get the people with the skills that could fill those jobs. That would bring unemployment down.
Yeah.
If we bring unemployment down, we'll bring the deficit down.
Yeah.
And then we'll have less to complain about.
There are lots of different trade schools out there, but you know, if you're afraid to get a little dirt under your fingernails, well, okay, then maybe that's a problem there. But if you're willing to work for your bucks, learn, go to a trade school, or serve an apprenticeship, like, boy, you can go a long way. You really can.
You can make a living,
Yeah, and you know, you can make 50, 60, 70 grand a year if you get into the right trade, professions, and that really is nothing to sneeze at. I can remember when I was about 20 years old, and I thought to myself, man, if ever I could earn $10,000 a year, I'd be high on the hog. I'd be living in style. $10,000 a year now. I mean,
well, back then you probably could have lived.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was like $50,000 a year now. And now I think back and I go, wow, that was. You know,
different time.
Your expectations have to grow along with society.
Well, of course, the things are more expensive now too.
Yeah.
I remember, you know, when I first entered the workforce, the minimum wage was $1.25 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, you could go buy a pair of Levi's for $5.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's all relative, isn't it?
Yeah. My first job was 75 cents an hour. You know,
is that in America or in England?
No, actually, that was actually up in Canada.
Canada. Okay.
Yeah, I lived up there for a while, and after I got out of high school, I went to serve an apprenticeship as a tool and die maker.
Oh.
And actually, I shouldn't say that. I started off at 53 cents an hour during my probation period of 90 days, and then I went up to a whopping 75 cents an hour.
Then you got the big bucks. Huh?
Then I got big bucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know, that was back in the mid 50s.
Yeah, they were different.
Big difference.
Yeah. You know, we were talking about politics earlier. Now, being from England, I understand that people from Europe and England come over here and they hear our politicians talking about religion and God and all this, and they're kind of baffled by that because over there, it doesn't come into play, does it, for politicians?
No, basically not. I mean, if a reporter, you know, asks a question about religion, then the person will answer it. But usually, it's very. It's felt like that's gauche, you know.
Yeah.
That's personal.
Yeah.
Is your religion, and you certainly don't feel like people should be asking about your personal things.
Which is ironic because many European states have an official state church, and they have church attendance is way down, and we don't have an official state church, and attendance is up. So that should tell people something who want to do away with the separation of church and state.
Okay.
Back on. You ready for another call?
Okay. Hello,
yes.
caller.
Hi. Want to speak to us again?
Yes. You never told me. What is your first name?
My name is George.
Mine's Doug.
Huh?
My name is Douglas.
Doug. I see that, Doug. Okay, Doug. Now, do you live near the show? I live in Harding Court. Do you live near me?
No, sir, I don't.
You don't, Doug.
No. I live far away. I happen to work in York, so this is convenient for me. And but no, I live out of town.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doug. Oh, I'm
Well,
sorry.
don't be
Doug.
sorry. I'd move
Yeah,
to, into
you
York
get
if I
that
could.
time. You know, Perkins and Red Perkins, restaurant Perkins, restaurant out there off of Market Street, East Market Street.
Yes.
Perkins.
Yeah.
I thought maybe go in there, man, we can have lunch or breakfast time, you know?
Well, after the show, after the meeting Saturday, if you come out, maybe some people want to go out there.
Yeah, because we
Nah,
do.
great, man. We'll do it, we'll do it, man.
Okay.
Like I say, man, we're gonna have a groovy conversation, man.
Okay.
Thank
We'll
you
look
for
forward to
calling
that.
there, caller. And I hope to see you there
Yeah.
after the, during the meeting and
After the meeting.
afterwards.
Right.
You
Yes.
take
Yeah.
care, my friend.
Thank you.
And I wanted all to get time to show you my home, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
Thank
been
you.
married, Doug, for about 46 years and 14 grandchildren.
Holy cow.
Boy, you've been
Wow.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. They did all right, man. And plus, I retired from R&D 30 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm retired now, Doug, you know?
Yeah, you, well,
Well, you've earned it, huh?
Yeah,
Well, we're-
I used to be in the street, like getting around, man,
yeah.
trying to help change people, use our tongue to change or to improve, you know.
Yeah.
I do bodybuilding every day for 2 hours myself, you know. See,
Good.
I had 2 strokes. I survived that, you know, and didn't come out no defects.
Good.
I was in a motorcycle car wreck. I was in a coma for a week. And a life
Well-
support system. I survived that.
Friend, I'd like to talk to you some more, but we've got some more stuff that we got to cover in the show.
So
So
stay tuned.
let's carry on this conversation there on the 5th, and
Yeah.
we'll talk.
Okay.
Thank you for
See you in the
calling.
5th, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have a good
Hey,
night.
Doug.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Okay.
Now,
So,
anything, one thing I wanted to mention here is, about, how things change and how sort of time marches on. Now, I know I didn't tell you this, and people are going to agree, no, but I'm going to kind of sing a song for you about, our times, okay? And it's called the Merry Minuet, and it's called "They're rioting in Africa, they're starving in Spain, there's hurricanes in Florida, and Texas needs rain. The whole world is festering with unhappy souls. The French hate the Germans hate the Poles, Italians hate the Yugoslavs, South Africans hate the Dutch, and I don't like anybody very much. Oh, but we can be tranquil and thankful and proud that man's been endowed with a mushroom-shaped cloud. And we know for certain that some lovely day someone will set the spark off and we will all be blown away. Well, they're rioting in Africa, la 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 la. There's strife in Iran. What nature doesn't do to us will be done by our fellow man. Now, do you hear the words to that? About what is happening in our world today. Yeah, they're rioting in Africa and they're starving in Spain. There are hurricanes in Florida and Texas needs rain. Like that.
well, that's been going on for a while, though.
Yeah. This song was written in 1958. It was done by a group named the Kingston Trio. And this was a song about the times back then in the mid to late 50s.
Right.
And you look at the words of it, and nothing has changed.
Yeah, the
in
world's pretty much
50
the same.
years.
Yeah. Well, there's always going to be strife. I think there's always going to be some people upset with something or other. So
Yeah,
that part's gonna go on.
it's the same thing. It's funny when I saw the forecast there for Texas, and the weatherman saying, "Oh yes, we really need rain in Texas," and that reminded me about this song, and I go, "Okay, I don't remember all the words, but I will go print it out." Just to show how the more things change, the more they remain the same, like that. So, oh, hey, all right, Yorick, be quiet there. Okay.
Well, other things never changed. The older generation is upset with the younger generation, the way they dress and the way they think and things they do. So that's not going to change either.
No.
And they'll be upset with their music. I mean, it wouldn't be right if people like me were happy with hip hop music. You know, I mean. That's for younger people.
Oh God! I mean, this is terrible, because you should hear my selection of music. I mean, gosh, I like everything from AC/DC, Finger 11. The whole gamut. I don't like rap music. It doesn't really. Turn me on, but I'm English, and I like country music, and I've got a wide range. People look at me and say, "How the heck can a guy your age, like all this different kind of music?" Well, I like music, and
well, it is upsetting the universe that an older person is not upset with the younger person's music. That's the way it's supposed to be. The old people are supposed to complain about that music they listen to. Because when these young people today, when they get our age, they're going to complain about the young people, that music they're listening to. That's not really music. They should listen to rap. That's what they're going to be saying. But so it's just that's the way things should be. Some things are traditional and should be kept that way.
I saw this young guy out. I guess he was a teenager, and he had his hair done, with different colors on it, and I looked at him. I said, "Hey," that hair looks kind of neat. I said, "Where the heck do you have it done?" And he was saying, "F off, old man," and I wasn't being a smart ass to him. I thought, "Hey, that looks kind of different," and I find that the older that I get, the more tolerant that I become of some of the younger people, like that. So I don't see the young population as a threat anymore.
I tolerate them too. You have to tolerate them, but
No,
I still think it's weird. I think, boy, that looks really strange. Why would you wear your hair like that? Why would you wear those clothes?
To be themselves, and that is the whole point. My friends, we're sort of winding down into the final seconds of the show. We're certainly glad that you tuned in. For those of you that did tune in, and we're certainly glad for the calls. I believe that our next show will be.
We'll be on the 8th.
It will be on the 8th of November. So
8th.
Kindly tune in here. Also, watch this station, Channel 16, because they have a variety of program for just about any,
for any taste.
Any taste. They've got
taste
something
or lack of taste.
Yes, taste or lack of taste. They got plenty of stuff for lack of taste. I mean, they got us on. You know.
And we're just about off, though.
Yeah, we're just about off.
Let's say goodbye, Doug.
Tally-ho.
Let's wave
Bye-bye.
goodbye. And hope to see you in 2 weeks.
Yes, it's almost done.
Almost.
There, one,
they keep telling us it'll be done.
1.